people will come up to me and thinking that I'm on that. And I'm like, nigga, no. Either you gonna get this dance or you gonna leave me the fuck on. The stripper's coming at me. What's up, YouTube? It's your girl Queen Paris, and I am back with another freaking video, period. I am super excited to do this video because I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Not a long time, but since like I started YouTube, and I just didn't know if it was like appropriate or if people was even interested in, you know, the stripper life. But turns out you guys are more interested than I am. So I did ask on Instagram if you guys would send me some questions regarding stripper lifestyle that I, you know, hold on, let me go back to it. All right, so yeah, I told you guys to ask me some questions, and you guys sent me quite a few. Not a lot, but that's all I'm gonna answer anyway, because I didn't want this video to be extremely long. So, and I have food. I went and got some Jamaican food. I'm about to smash and answer these questions. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. Matter of fact, let me show y'all what I got. I got some curry chicken and peas and rice and peas, however you say it. And I got 2 chicken patties. So yeah, and I already ate some of the chicken patty. But anyway, let's just get right into the video because like your girl is hungry for one, and I know y'all ready for these questions. The first question is, somebody said, what's the wildest experience you've had as a stripper? The wildest, I think, the wildest, I ain't really thought to think about these questions. The wildest thing I would say is, just off the top of my head, is right like in the beginning when I first started dancing. So okay, I went in you know, in a strip club, they have like VIP areas and stuff like that. So me and this one girl, we went in VIP with this guy, and he had a lot of money or whatever. So that was the only reason why I even went up in there, because I was like, you got some money. So you know, we in there, we vibing or whatever, we drinking and stuff, and the girl that I was dancing with, she was doing like the most. Like, I mean, which is cool because, you know, when as a dancer, you always want that person that's gonna do the most, you know, because so you won't have to work as hard, especially me, because I don't do the most. Like, I'm not finna be all like extra sexual, playing with my, you know, I'm not finna be doing all that. So, but she was on that, and I was just like, okay, so, and the fact that there was only 2 of us, it was just like, it came to a point where the nigga was like, what you doing? Like, I'm like, oh my God, like, oh my God. What you mean what I'm doing? I'm dancing. So, and I'm already like, I don't like VIPs because I just feel like VIPs are so disgusting. Like, I just feel like it's so nasty. It's so dirty. Like, I don't sit on the sofas in there. I just like to stand up and do what I do, and that's it. That's why I don't like doing VIPs, because I don't do the most. You get it? You get it. But anyway, so he was like, so what you doing? I'm like, what do you mean? Like, so the girl just ended up, she was like, just play along. So she ended up laying on the couch, and she told me to get on top of her. So I got on top of her or whatever, and I wish I can show y'all. So we on the couch, she on the couch, and I'm on I'm on top of her, and like the dude is in front. I can't even explain it, but anyway, she ended up playing with her vagina in front of the dude, and she I witnessed her come. Like, and I was on top of her, mind you. I'm on top of her. I'm just, shaking my butt like I'm bouncing or whatever. Like, it's so funny. I'm like on top of her. As I'm on top of her, she's like playing with herself. Like, I wasn't like literally on her. Like, I was just, on top, and I was just dancing or whatever. And she just ended up playing with herself, and she ended up me as I was on top of her. All right, so that was my wildest experience. It was probably more, but I just can't think of it on top of my head. All right, the next question is, what's the most embarrassing moments? The most embarrassing moment, I would have to say, I don't like this chicken right here. Too many bones and fat. Get on my plate. The most embarrassing experience would have to be, well, I wouldn't say this is, I don't know if it's embarrassing because I'm not even sure if people saw, but, and I feel like every dancer have had this experience. So I'm on stage dancing or whatever, and I had on this light, bright pink outfit, and I had just come on my period. So you already know where I'm getting to. You already know. So my outfit was bright pink, and I was on my period, and I was just dancing, and I was drinking, and this when I realized that I don't need to drink at the strip club while I'm on my period because it makes my period heavier. And so, yeah, I was on the stage or whatever, drinking and dancing, just lit, not knowing that I have a blood stain. A blood stain on my pink outfit. And I didn't know until, so in the club, there are mirrors, like, on the walls. And, like, I love looking at myself while I'm dancing. So I bent over dancing or whatever, and I'm looking in the mirror, and I have a red dot, a red spot, not a dot, a spot on my outfit. Instantly, I got off the stage. Instantly. I went to the back. I think I went home, honestly. I think I went home. It was so long ago, but that was like the most embarrassing because I didn't know if nobody seen it. Like, I just didn't know. Like, I saw it for myself. That's probably why, I didn't have no money on the stage. I don't know. That was so embarrassing. Like, that's the most embarrassing thing for any girl. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. Embarrassing. Somebody said, what's the most you made in one night? The most I made in one night would probably be 5,000. Like, probably a little bit over 5,000. I remember that day. It was so fun. It was actually at it wasn't even at the club. It was at a private event, like a private party. Someone was getting married or whatever. Made 5,000. Period. Yeah, what made you choose stripping over a regular job? Now, so as y'all know, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, and Memphis is just a regular lifestyle to me. Like, you work a regular job, you pay your bills. There's not much you can really do. If you start a business, then that'll be something. But Memphis really isn't a city where people just really support you fully. I mean, it's some people that do, but it would just be some weird shit going on. But when I was in Memphis, I was working at this store called Ashley's Furniture, and it was cool, it was good or whatever, but it wasn't enough for me. Like, it wasn't enough. And I remember not wanting to work and not wanting to work on their timing. There was one because I had been on other people's time, and like I wanted to make my own schedule and go to work when I wanted to go to work, basically. And I couldn't do that working a job. So anyway, but I was dating this guy, and I was just playing. Like, I was really just playing, but I was just like, I want to dance. And I didn't know how to dance at all. Not one bit. I don't want to dance. And I just kept saying it, like, and not knowing that I'm manifesting it. So it just ended up happening. Like, we moved out here to Atlanta, and I just did it. But what made me want to, like I said, I didn't want to be, like, I'll never go back to a regular job. Never. Never. I would never work for somebody else. Never. Never. But I just didn't like being on other people's timing. I don't like rules. I didn't like that. And I just knew for a fact that dancing, well, not even just dancing, just something was better. You know, there was something out there better for me, and I just went for it. Like, I don't like being on other people's time. That's one thing I hate the most. So that's what made me choose stripping over a regular job. Somebody said, how was your first night and how did you feel after your first night? My first night, I didn't make no money at all. And it wasn't even like I could have made some money if I was to work. Like, I really went in there my first night and didn't work. Like, I sat down and I just observed the whole club. Like, that's how my first night went. And it's like, I needed the money anyway. Like, I needed to work, and the fact that I just went in there and paid the money to work and just sat down and observed the whole club was, I won't say it's a waste of time, because I still do that to this day. Like, I'll go to work and I'll sit for like, 10-20 minutes, and I just observe the club. Like, I just like to see what's going on. Like, this is how I am. But that night, my first night, I didn't work at all. I sat at the bar, and I just sat there and just watched the entire club, how people move, the VIPs, how it move, how it work, how girls talk to people, how they walk up to people and what they say. And it was this one girl, she was sitting right next to me with this dude, and she was just talking to him like regular. And I'm just like, okay, so this what y'all supposed to do? Like, this how y'all, talk? Just learning how to, maneuver my way in the club. But the next day, it was over with. I got my ass. I didn't get on the stage until like a couple months after. So I was working the floor like my whole beginning of like being a stripper. Like, I was working the floor, and that's how I build my clientele too. Just conversing with people, talking, drinking, doing what I gotta do. So that's how my first night went. Nothing. I didn't make $1. I said, how was it your first time dancing? I just explained that. Being around a lot of females, did you get a lot of hate? I already answered the first part of the question, but the second part, I would say, I'm not the type, I'm friendly, but I'm kind of like, I like being by myself. I like working by myself. I never understood the point of like, teaming up with girls and working together until like later on in like stripping or whatever. But like, as far as like, being around a lot of females, I was kind of like used to, even though I wasn't used to it like before, because I was working at Hooters, and that's like my first experience. My first experience is just being around a lot of females and working with females. So I learned then, it's just like, I just have to be to myself, not just saying like being mean and just bitter and just like not, talking to females and being mean. But no, I just, if somebody speak to me, I'll speak to them. If I see a pretty girl, I'll just tell her she's pretty. But I just keep it pushing. Like, I'm not good with dealing with females. I'm not, because I just don't like the emotional whatever. I don't like all that. I don't like them talking about other females. I just don't care to hear what most of them have to say, especially strippers, because like, I ain't gonna lie, I met a few strippers exactly. I met a few strippers that were, you know, they had some sense. Most of them didn't. And me being to myself, most of the time kind of like I got a lot of hate, but that does not matter to me. Like, people hate on me because I'm just because of who I am. That's gonna make me want to like stunt even more and be by myself even more, like, type of shit. Like, I like being by myself, and it's just like I don't have to be friends with nobody. And I struggle with that being in a strip club a lot. Like, to this day, I go in the club and I do not have friends. Like, I don't have friends, and it's not saying like I don't speak to people and I don't talk to people at all. I do, you know. It's a few girls, you know. I'll say hey to first, and they say hey to me, and we sit at the bar and we drink. But it never got to the point where like we was partners and stuff like that. I did meet my best friend in a strip club, and I met my first roommate in a strip club. So, and those two people were, you know, different, like, besides, you know, just meeting friends. But those were the only two people that I was extremely close with. So, but besides that, no. I never dealt with it. I never dealt with, you know, the females and stuff like that. People was always, you know, nice to me, and I was nice to them, but we not friends. And to this day, I am thankful, and I'm glad that that's how I was, because, sweetheart, the girls, they do the most. Do you do private parties? I really don't. Only time I do a private party is if my friend Kay, who I also met in the strip club, she's really cool. So I met 3 girls that I really click with in the strip club, and we're still friends to today, except for my roommate. We're not cool anymore. But anyway, do you do private parties? Yes. If Kay called me and she say, do you want to do a private party? I'm gonna say yes. Cause that bitch, first of all, she be knowing who got the money. She works at Magic City, so she know all the ballers. She know them all. She knows they're gonna spend some money or not. And she don't like wasting her time, and she don't play. I just know when we do private parties, and the ones that we've done, I've made a bag, like a bag. So yes, when Kay calls me to do a private party, yes. Other than that, no. I'm not doing it by myself. I'm not doing it with other girls, because it's like, no, I don't trust it. Somebody said, what are the main stereotypes? The main stereotypes, the number one, is that every stripper is a hoe. Every stripper fucks for money. And I feel like those two aren't true, because they're strippers like me, who I've been dancing for 4 years, almost 5 probably. I've never fucked no man, had sex with no man for no money. And I've been offered like thousands, like, even though that's not even enough for even if I was on some shit like that, like, baby, you gonna have to, I need $500,000 to even consider, you know, to even think about it. I need $500,000. Like, I've had a guy offer me $20K, $50K, and that's not enough. Like, for me, it's girls that'll die for the kill for that, but me, no. Like, those are the 2 stereotypes that I hate the most, like, that people, you know, say, and it's annoying, because, you know, people will come up to me and thinking that I'm on that, and I'm like, nigga, no. Either you gonna get this dance, or you gonna leave me the fuck alone. The stripper's coming at me. If it's someone's first time attending, how much money should they bring to throw? If it's your first time, you know, just so you can have a good time, and the girl that you're dancing with can have a good time, just, you know, have like $400, $500 minimum. Now, if you want to do $1,000, then you lit. But you know, 400, 500, you know, just so the girl won't feel like she's wasting her time, or not even wasting time, but just like, because it comes to a point where we've been doing this for a while. Not talking about the new strippers. I don't even know how they operate, but how we operate, the OGs, the new OGs, we be wanting more. We just want more. Like, we just feel like if a dude come in there, he throw like $100, but he have us dancing how many, like 5 songs. Like, we just feel like we can go make that somewhere else. Or like, if we dance, now if we dance 1 or 2 songs and you throw $100, then that makes sense, because okay, this is just $100. I made that quick, boom, I can go to the next person. But if you want us to dance the full, like, it's just so annoying sometimes, like, just dancing and you're not getting your money's worth, you know. But $400, $500 if you're a beginner. You know, when my first time in a strip club, not as a dancer but as a customer, I had $75 to throw, and I didn't even know that was like, I literally threw the money, and the girl was like, okay, thank you, and I threw it fast. Like, I didn't even take my time. I was just like, boom, $75. She picked up the money, was like, thank you, because I guess she knew that I didn't have, you know, no more. So I respect it though. Anyway, is it hard to be in a relationship as a stripper? Oh my God, no. I don't even meet like regular. I don't even like. It's been a while since I talked to somebody who isn't into like strippers and who don't understand the hustle. Like, even my first boyfriend. I know my first boyfriend. My boyfriend when I first started dancing. He was like, he get it. He got it. Like, he get it. He knew that I had to go in there. Sometimes, you know, he'll come in there and sometimes watch me work or throw money on me. Like, that's just how, I don't know, for some, now I know this one girl, she had a boyfriend, and like every time they argue, he would always, you know, call her a hoe and call her a thigh and accuse her of fucking, maybe she was, but accuse her of, you know, having sexual intercourse with like other men for money. Like, I mean, that could be the case, but you know, if you got a girl that's a stripper, you need to understand, y'all need to have an understanding of what she do and how she do it, how she get her money. Like, it was one dude I was dating after the boyfriend that I had or whatever, and he would ask me, like, in the beginning, he'd ask me, he'd be like, so how did you make your money? Like, what you do? Like, how you be dancing? Like, he asked questions like that, and I just be straight up, like, I like dancing naked. Like, the clubs that I dance at, I like to dance naked. Like, we dance naked. We have to dance naked to make some money. So, like, I dance naked. I mean, niggas, they see my shit. So it's like, you know, but that's the whole point of, you know, that's the whole point of making some money. They want to see what you got or whatever. Now, not how you give it to them, but, you know. Anyways, I don't want to say too much, but yeah, it's sometimes it's hard for other girls. For me, I ain't never had, you know, a bad relationship because I never had a nigga to be insecure or anything because I'm a dancer. Like, honestly, I haven't even dated anyone or took anyone serious besides the first dude I came to Atlanta with. I never took anyone serious after that, so I can't say. I don't know. All right, the next question is, what do you expect out of the house moms? If you don't know, if you new to this type of lifestyle, as a stripper, we have house moms. House moms are someone who provides sometimes dance outfits, makeup artists, hair artists, and artists, and like feminine products like baby wipes, perfumes, and stuff like that. What do I expect out of house moms? And no, I expect, even if they don't provide, like, you know, perfumes and lotions and stuff like that, I do feel as if, like, they should just, you know, be there for us and just like, I mean, they do. Like, I ain't never had a bad house mom though. I never had a bad house mom, and it's crazy because I'm just talking about this like y'all know. But the house moms that I've experienced, they did provide, you know, feminine products and stuff like that, and they also would keep it real with your ass. They gonna keep it 1,000. Like, if your outfit not cute, if your hair not cute, like if your lashes not done and your nails and toes, they gonna tell you to get your shit together. And that's one thing I do expect out of any house mom. Like, the clubs that I work in, we have to wear lashes. And it was one house mom, like, if we didn't have our hair, toes, and nails done, we couldn't even use her products. We had to use like, this house mom, she had like the expensive like perfumes and stuff. Like, you couldn't use that if your hair and nails and stuff wasn't done. Like it just, I don't know. Some move different, but I just expect them to be 100. Like, keep it 1,000. Like, if I ask you, is my outfit cute? Tell me yes or no if it's not, and yes if it is. Like, you know, I don't know. The next question is, what advice would you give someone who wants to try it? The advice I would give someone who wants to start dancing is do it when you get, like, know who you are and know what you're not going to do, right? And don't do it. You don't do nothing you don't want to do. Don't do nothing you don't want to do. And don't let nobody talk you into doing something you don't want to do, because it will happen. You're going to have girls telling you, you should do this and you should do that. That's how they make their money. And they made more money than you. You're going to have niggas begging and trying to convince you to do this for a certain amount of money. No, know who you are and stick to what you, like, stick to you and what you know. Like, don't let nobody talk you into doing nothing. No. And this lifestyle can get, it's easy to get trapped into it because you see how much money some girls be making. You see how much money girls be making. Like, there were times where, because I'm not going to be doing certain stuff, that I wasn't making like enough money, or I wasn't making more than what other girls. Don't worry about what they making. Don't worry about none of that. You gonna get yours. Like, it's gonna come to you. You just gotta hold it down. Hold yourself down. Don't let what the next girl make determine, you know, what you making. Because you're gonna have shitty nights and you're gonna have amazing nights. Just stick to what you know. Like, stick to who you are. Be true to yourself, and don't let nobody convince you otherwise. Because I'm telling you, I've seen people get trapped up in these lifestyles, and they a totally different person now. Different mentally. I want to be a stripper, but I feel as if I'm too old. I'm gonna say this, but me personally, I just don't feel like I wouldn't be a dancer, and I'm not at a decent age to be a dancer. I just feel like the time frame of a dancer, you know, still dancing, I don't know if I'm saying it right, but the time frame, I feel like probably 21 and through 28. If you still dancing over 28 years old, but there are girls, women, grandmothers who still dance. 30, 40 years old, but their bodies are done, they look decent, you know. So, I mean, I don't know. Apparently, you can never be too old. Shake your ass. Do you get all the way naked or just topless? I like to get all the way naked if I know I'm gonna make a lot of money. Like, okay, just say if I'm dancing for a guy, and well, at certain clubs, if you dancing, like, if you get like a private dance, like a face-to-face dance, and just niggas sitting at the table or whatever, you have to get naked, because I mean, that's just the rules in the club. Like, you can't just, they want you to get naked, like, why you got your clothes on? But first, I'll just, you know, I'll take off my top or whatever, And if I see he finna spend hella money, sometimes he won't even spend money until you get fully naked. Like, it just depends. You just gotta know the guy. But me, I take my time, but when I'm on the stage, I don't get naked at all until I get my money. Period. Okay, the last question is, do you do pole tricks? If so, how long did it take you? By the way, I love your YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Like, that just makes me so happy when y'all say stuff like that. I love my YouTube. It makes me so happy. But do I do pole tricks? No. I've never, like, all my years, I mean, I would say I probably would have made way more money from doing pole tricks if I would have learned, but that's just not my thing. I'm not into acrobats and flipping. First of all, I'm scared of heights. I'm scared to be up on it, motherfucker. I feel like I'm too clumsy to do it. But it's definitely art. It's art. Like, you have to take your time. You have to know what you're doing. Like, just can't get your ass up there. Certain way to move, stuff like that. But no, I don't do pole tricks. The only thing I can do, if it's a spinning pole, I can spin, and that's about it. But yeah, I made all the money that I have, I made from just being not on the pole. Like, I wasn't into that. But that wraps up this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. These questions were pretty, you know, had me get into detail about certain things, but you know, whatever you guys want, you know, it is what it is. But make sure you guys give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. If you're new to my channel, thank you, because I have been noticing that my subscribers went up. Today, matter of fact, what's today? Today is December 16th. It's Wednesday, December 16th, and I have, let me check right quick, cause y'all know I be trying to figure out. I have 424 subscribers on my YouTube channel today. And yes, since the last time I said it, I think I gained like 120. So I'm super excited about that. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you. Subscribe. Share, like my videos, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.